familiar with this car. Not sure where the braking points are. The suspension is definitely not holding up to going around bends. Hey everybody, it's Mickey here again, Mr. India from UK. So taking a bit of a change in direction for the short term, I have this Golf GTi Mark 6 and I've had it for a while now. It was why I bought it for my son for his first car, probably 3 years ago, 4 years ago, maybe 2017. And it's a 2010 Mark 6 GTi 2-door, which is a little bit more uncommon. And here you go. Oops, the keys are inside. I hope it's not locked. It's got the checkered cloth interior. There you go. It's done 125,000 miles now. When I bought it, it was only I think it was 101,000 miles. It's not done too many miles. I've changed the wheels. It used to have the standard GTi wheels, they were properly curbed and needed new tyres. I got these wheels from the UK. They don't look too bad. The 18-inch with the rim. Aesthetically look a little bit smaller, but I do like the way they look. Anyway, so as you all know, got the Ferrari, got the G-Wagon, you know, and the Ferrari over here, the GTR. But you know, I thought, hey, this car is needs a little bit of TLC. It's been parked over in that spot for a long time. Doesn't get used. My son now drives this GTi, so I've got two GTIs in the house. He's got a Mark 7. We got a stonking deal on this back at the beginning of 2019, I think, or 2018. I can't remember. So it was a brand new car, Great Falls green or something, and we put all the stripes on this car with Bobby from Santa Rosa Window Tint. We actually brought the wheels out a little bit to get a bit of a wider stance and tinted the windows. Not too much been done to this car. We got some plans to put some sub bass into here to upgrade the sound system, but there's not a lot to do with this car. However, let's go over to this one. This one's in a bit of a sorry state, and it's sort of how we got it. There's this bumper here that's a bit dinged. I can't get it back in no matter how I tried. The lacquer is peeling off a little bit in different places. Here, got little dings. There's a ding here. There's a bit of a ding here. Not sure what caused that, but it's how we bought the car. But generally overall good condition. Lacquer here peeling. So here's the gig. I'm turning it into a project car. Why? Because when I went to buy that GTI over there, and I wanted to, well, I went to the first deal. I didn't particularly take this car into that particular dealer who sold me that car, but when I went into the first dealer to trade that vehicle in, they just gave me a really low ball offer. They offered me $1,000 for that car. There's no way. It's got full service history, really drives well. Anyway, I'm thinking of doing some mods. You know, tell me, I used to be big on the VW scene, GTI, back in the late 80s, early 90s. I used to drive Mark II Golf GTIs, and that was, you know, I really used to love it, and that sort of inspired me to recommend to my son to get a GTI, and we ended up with this car. So, and that Mark II Golf GTI, I just modded it to hell. I had the Golf Rally lights, etc, etc, etc. It was an awesome car. I even had it repainted in Ford Cosworth blue. You know, I changed the color of the car itself. Anyway, I want to do some mods. Don't know whether to keep the wheels. Certainly would love your guidance and advice on what we can do to it. There's a lot of GTI fans out there. I'm in Northern California, up in Sonoma County, near Petaluma. So if there's any enthusiasts out there who want to throw the hat in the ring and give me some advice, I'd totally be welcome to where to get bits. There is something out the box. I did get some advice off of YouTube. I am changing the head unit to one of those Chinese ones for $270, which gives me CarPlay. I'm quite looking forward to that. I placed an order for that. Hopefully it'll be here in a few weeks, well, 20 days max. and it's supposed to be plug and play, so I'm looking forward to that. This car itself has a sunroof or a moonroof, or whatever you want to call it, but generally, you know, in overall good condition. Question is, I want to do it up. Do I do body mods? Do I do engine mods? By the way, I've had the timing chain done. It's had a new water pump. It's had the head gasket, old rocker cover gaskets done. It's had quite a lot of work done to it already. It's had the DSG service, although every now and then it does have this odd issue where it delays going between first and reverse, but that's sort of intermittent. I started it up this morning and it seems to be fine, so I don't know what's going on there. Anybody got any ideas about that? I'd welcome a post on that. It has had a sports exhaust put on. I can't remember which one I put on, but I have changed the exhaust, so it's a bit more grunty. No tunes, pretty stock after that. Exhaust, wheels, after that it's a pretty stock car. So I'm going to get the bodywork done, probably a colour change. Any ideas on colour changes, you know, let me know. So let's get in it and go for a drive. I'm just going to go and get some batteries for the remote, and then let's see how this thing drives. So here we go. Just off to Lowe's. Start the baby up. Put the window up. It's got no garage door closer in this. Bit sad, but hey, I've got a key. Let me close the garage doors. Not sure who's the last person to drive this, just to see. So there is one thing that's wrong with this car that I find really odd, which is tire pressure monitor. I've actually put new monitors, tire pressure sensors on. It's got new tires, new wheels. Still can't seem to get it to work, so I don't know what's going on. So here we go. For some reason the engine check light's on as well now. Not sure why. Maybe because it's been parked a long time. Oops. Let me put this on here. Okay, not been driven for a while. It did start up first time, but then there again it's got a brand new battery. So I have ordered a new head unit for this. Like it says on YouTube, I can't remember who it was, they got this. Tire pressure's too low. Oh, interesting. Got this, maybe that's why it's got a tire pressure monitor running light on. Okay, so I saw this YouTube video, a couple of young lads with their MK6 GTi white one, pretty beautiful condition, and they just took this old head unit out and put a new one in. And the only thing about that is there's no CD player. Right, I'm going to stop a minute because something is rattling and it's driving me. I am going to pause a second. Okay, back on. I've got this new holder in front of my camera, so there's a steel holder because it overheats, and I actually, for some reason, the glass protector in front of the lens has started rattling. That's what the rattling was you heard. So anyway, I fixed it now. So back to the GTi. Start from here. Like I said, there was a couple of things wrong with it. The engine check light's on, not sure why. I'll have to plug the computer and see if I can reset that. It could be because it's been stood for a long time, or it's not been driven for ages. It might need a 50 mile, 100 mile blast. For something that's been stood like because of COVID for nearly a year, it's running really well. Tire pressure monitors are on, but I just come up with low tire pressure warning. But I'm really enjoying this. It's really cool. So the other thing that's I'm doing is, like I said while I was outside, is I've ordered a head unit from China, and that head unit is actually a direct replacement, plug and play. And I just watched this YouTube video, and I wish I could remember the two young boys that were actually, or two young gentlemen that were actually doing this, but they showed it on their MK6 Golf. They just took the old head unit out, plugged this one in, and hey presto, Apple CarPlay, everything was in for $270. It seems like a bargain, and there's free shipping. So I've ordered one of those today. Going to replace that. From the interiors perspective, I do like this GTi check, very traditional, classic GTi from the Mark 1 GTIs, Mark 2. I remember having them in my Mark 2 GTI as well. So I pretty much don't want to change the seats. It's got a moonroof, like I said. It's quite well spec'd out. I think the focus is really to make sure it's mechanically good and then get it to the body shop and get all the bodywork fixed up. I do want to put some coilovers on to drop it. Anybody got any ideas? Good set of coilovers. I'll definitely take your advice on that. I don't want to go ballistic, you know. I think I've got a fair bit of money to spend, but I am considering doing like I said, a color change on the vehicle. So I really want to, you know, save some budget on that. And I want to, you know, if maybe there's an option to put a wide body kit on it, not a super wide body kit, but slightly wider. I don't know. Change the fenders, hood, headlights. Anybody got any ideas on headlamps, rear lamps, front lamps? I have put some high intensity bulbs in with the converters, with the ballasts. They're okay. It doesn't, you know, I've not done a great job of that. Like I said, everything's stock other than the wheels are changed, because the original ones, I still have the original ones. The wheels have changed. I kept the original ones. The tires were gone on them, but also at the same time they were really, really badly scuffed. Son's first car, totally, you know, messed up the wheels. What else is? Oh, the exhaust. I changed the exhaust, but there's no tune, so that's good. This plastic bit in the middle needs replacing, but every time I look online, they're like $400, you know, around the gearbox. That's the only bit that lets the interior down. Other than that, you know, I've had the timing chain done, water pump done, all major things done. It used to have an oil leak, all been sorted out. Place up in Petaluma, again I forget their name as well, the VW Audi specialist. They did a lot of the work for me. I did do a water pump myself one time on this, put it back together, and the original VW, I replaced it with an original VW water pump, and it broke. Anyway, so changed it and went to, and they replaced it in the warranty, by the way, so that was all good. The only problem with that is I had to fork out for the labour, even though it wasn't a warranty. That's all good. All the belts are done. Little belts in the water pump, wherever there was, new spark plugs. Generally it runs really well, and at the moment it's running really well. Like I said, the only thing I can see is the engine check lights on, and that could be for the fact that it's not been driven for a while. Where else? The other thing I did have put in here is the Alpine bass speaker that goes in the wheel well. Did have that put in. It's not, it's actually quite good. It's not done a bad job, but it's not, you know, thumping bass. It really lifts the sound of the system. I think I'm okay with that for now. I think sound systems we'll look at later another time, but really going to focus on trying to fix, you know, fixing this car up. So it is my project car. You know, while it's COVID, I thought we'd get some work done on this, and you know, send me some comments, ideas, you know, comments below. Send me a message on Instagram. Those of you who know me, my Instagram handle, Mr. India _from _UK. You know, send me a message on Facebook as well, Mr. India from UK. I'm there as well. You know, help me out. You know, give me some good advice. Let's make this car, you know, really nice. Anyway, that's it from me. I'm parking up now, and I'm going to get a battery for this remote control. It's actually not the remote control for the car. It's a remote control for my garage opener. So thank you very much, and this is Mickey checking out, and you know, please come along with me for the journey to bring this car back up to, I guess, showroom condition.